Oh, you're back. Where have you been? I've been to 2020. I can tell you that it hasn't been easy. How has your 2020 been going since I spoke to you last? That good, yeah. Oh, I hear you. So what the heck has been going on? Well, 2020 has kind of proven to be like that, that one person in the office that when it comes to holiday season, you just keep your fingers crossed and say, please don't draw my name out of the hat to buy me a gift. Please, not this person, because I know it's going to be a shit gift. Yeah, well, I think all our names were drawn out by that person, and we've all gotten the kind of strangest gifts, maybe some of us, but maybe not. Maybe some of us have had wonderful gifts too, despite all of that. I'll say that that's what's kind of happened to me. I did get one of those 2020, the gift that keeps giving kind of gifts. But out of that, I got another gift. And you're saying, oh, what is that? Well, the 2020 gift that I got, the shit one, was as soon as I left you, the last video I did, I decided, as we spoke about, that I was going to go on a bit of a journey and to find out where the real energy is and to learn something new. And I really went for it. Really went for it. But as I was going for it, I probably went a bit too hard for it. And in the process, and no sooner had I just begun, then 2 discs went in my back and I was laid out for months. And again, 2020, the gift that keeps giving, pain, serious pain. Anybody who's had a disc that really went full out, I mean, why go halfway out when it can go full out? That's what my discs did. They said, well, let's not do things by halves. So pain, didn't stop me going on my journey though. Not being able to move for a very long time didn't stop me going on my journey though. Having cortisone, that's why I'm a little bit puffier probably, you notice, than normal. Again, that's another gift from 2020. You know the way the couriers now leave the gifts at the door, they ring your bell and then they run. Yeah, I wish 2020 had done that. At least I could have just opened the door and said, no, that's not mine, return to sender. But howsoever, we kept getting the gifts. So there I was on my journey in full on pain. Not able to move, not able to do anything. And I saw a lot of stuff. I asked for stuff that I hadn't asked before. And one of the things that I asked for, in fact, the main thing I asked for was to kind of go with the energy where there is truth. Essentially to find the spirit of truth, And I went there. And what I found, I absolutely was not expecting. And I can tell you this, that nobody more than anyone was as shocked as I was when I really went into it and found what was the spirit of truth. After almost 30 years of tarot reading, a whole lifetime of psychic energy reading, of feeling energies, reading energies, I wasn't prepared for what I saw. What I saw, just to keep it as brief as possible, and I won't go into great detail now, I'll just give you what I saw, and it's my story. It doesn't necessarily have to be your story. When I went in, the spirit of truth was an invitation to walk on a path that I'd never walked on ever before. And in fact, I used to mock people who walked on that path. Shameful maybe, but I did. I'll own up to that. And the path was with Jesus. I know you're saying, what? You of all people? I know, believe me. I think the biggest wrestle over this period for me as I was going on this spiritual journey was the complete disbelief, the complete shock, this can't be happening to you, not you of all people. I mean, why? But it did. Again, to keep a very long story short, I got an invitation, which surprised me, to follow on that path. And I'm going for it. And I know there'll be a lot of people saying, oh, really? You're really going to do that? You know what? You're going to kill your career. You're going to kill your channel. Don't do it. I know that. I know that what this spells out for me now is maybe the end of She-Bear as we know it. I won't be doing any more readings. I won't be doing any more tarot. That's my decision. And I mean, I get to write my story. As much as I appreciate other people's input, at the end of the day, I've never been one to follow somebody else's narrative. I'll follow my own. And this is where my story changes. A chapter has ended and a new one begins. And I'm following this path. And am I afraid? Yeah, because as I said, this is the end of my career. This is the end of a whole lifetime of doing what I do. This is the end of all income for me because this is my business. So am I afraid? Yeah, but this time I have fear of the things I'm supposed to be afraid of. And I've no fear of everything else. So what does this mean now, She-Bear? Does this mean you're saved? I roll, I roll, I roll. No, I don't think so. Not yet. But I definitely think that I'm on the path to that. And who knows, maybe you might be too. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm only going to tell you what I'm going to do. But maybe it might be something that you've been feeling too. Maybe you've felt that energy. For all of those out there who feel the psychic energies or who feel energies. For me, something is changing. And personally, I want to follow the energy, as I always do, and the energy that feels right for me. So it's quite a big thing to say, actually, because I know there'll be a lot of people who'll disagree with everything in the comments. I know some people will think it's great. But I have to say it's quite a scary thing. A scary thing to leave behind everything you know. Leave behind all that you're familiar with. Leave behind a world that you were very, very embedded in to go somewhere that you have to just completely trust. And after seeing what I've seen, I completely trust. I completely get it and I trust it. So again, this is my story. I'm not going to try to push my story onto you. I'm just sharing it. And it means that She-Bear at this channel as we know it is kind of gone. And that makes me very, very sad too. That was one of the big things because it's not just leaving behind so much of my own personal life and leaving behind lots of other things that you kind of immediately panic about. But it's leaving behind so many people out there. It's leaving behind maybe you. Maybe hearing this message, you might say, well, good luck on your path, but it's not for me and I've nothing else to kind of gain from being here with you. And that makes me very, very sad because I know a lot of people will make that decision and it really does. But we've got to be brave and we've got to just, as I said to you before, I said this to you many times before, I really live this and I will follow wherever I feel the right energy is going. And so I'm kind of keeping true to form in some way. And I'm always trying to find what I feel is truth. And again, what I've found probably doesn't match your truth. And I'm not going to try to change that. And I never would. But I wish you the very best on your path, whatever it is. And I hope you wish the same for me too. Because it is scary starting something new. And even though I love starting new things, I think this is probably the biggest thing I've ever switched. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be very unhappy with this. But again, I really have to follow where I'm going. And maybe if you take anything from this, then maybe that is the thing. We've got to be brave to be authentic, even if it means a lot of people are going to go against you. Even if it means the death of something that you've created, something that you've built. You have to transform. We can't stay stagnant. We can't stay still. We got to keep moving. And I wore these earrings, the phoenix rising from the flame, because to rise from the ashes, you first have to go in and allow something to be purified and burnt so that you can rise and start again. And that's where I leave it at that. I want to thank everybody for being with me on this journey. And really, you have been hugely instrumental in helping me in so many ways. I know that maybe you think you're coming to my channel, I do the readings or whatever, and I'm probably supposed to be helping you, but actually you have helped me hugely, really. And the friendships that were gained here, I would hope that they can still continue, because I'm going to leave this channel open. I don't know for what, but maybe later, there'll be something. It won't, as I said, be for tarot or anything like that. More than likely, it might be something about my new path that I'm going on. So I just have to give you a heads up about that. So if you feel like unsubscribing, then go ahead if it's not for you. But I do hope I've kind of built a few friends here that might kind of like to hang around, even out of curiosity, because I would miss you terribly. But, you know, you get to choose your own way of doing things. And I'm very sad to kind of close it that way, but let's not be strangers. Even if it's, as I said, just out of curiosity to see what comes next, just hang around, you know. I don't want to miss all of you. I don't want to lose those of you that I really do love, but, you know, I accept whatever decision you make. So, I don't know if you can sense, I am actually nervous telling you this, and I'm not somebody who gets nervous, but maybe that is what it's supposed to be. Maybe part of what I have to lose is the confidence, maybe cockiness, maybe vanity. Maybe I have to go and be vulnerable. Yeah. Maybe that's all we're being asked to do. Sometimes to be brave, you have to be vulnerable. Yeah, I don't know. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a shot. And hopefully I'll be able to see you in a different way, maybe soon. But my biggest love goes to you. I hope 2020 now ends and the worst part of it ends, and I hope you're blessed with something beautiful for 2021. And for those of you who do have faith, keep the faith. And for those of you who want to follow a new faith, whatever that may be, or want to get stronger in your faith, be brave. We just have to. We just have to. So my love, for the last time as She Bear, I'm going to leave you with all my love and a very, 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 very happy new year. And maybe even for some of you, a very, very, very happy new path. And as always, my love, I leave you with all my love and a great, great, great big kiss from me to you. Bye, my gorgeous.